Good afternoon, Rotarians and guests, and welcome to the Rotary Club of Toledo. Now would be a great time for you to check in on your Facebook, Instagram, and other social media platforms, and then ensure that your ringer is turned down. At this time, I'd like to ask Kelly Trame to come up to the podium and give us our reflection and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, President Cindy. As I was reflecting on what to say today, I was really thinking about a lot of stuff, thinking about Rotary, the power of Rotary, what we can do together, thinking about leadership, thinking about transition and leadership. And this poem stuck out to me. It's called The Beauty of Collaboration. I do not know the author. In the beauty of collaboration, we find a sense of inspiration as we work together hand in hand to achieve what we never can. With our unique skills and expertise, we come together to find peace. In a world that's often so chaotic, we build a team that's quite symbiotic. And the beauty of collaboration is that it brings us a new sensation of working towards a common goal and creating something that is whole. We each bring a piece of the puzzle, and together we can easily muzzle the challenges that come our way as we work towards a brighter day. In the beauty of collaboration, we find the strength for motivation to push through and persevere through the obstacles that we fear. We lift each other when we fall and encourage to give our all. We celebrate when we succeed and lend a hand when there's a need. In the beauty of collaboration, we find a sense of true elation as we work together as a team to create something more than a dream. So let us embrace the beauty of collaboration and work together towards our inspiration to achieve what we never can in the beauty of working hand in hand. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You're welcome.
Thank you, Kelly. I'd like to thank Walt Churchill and Canal Dewar, as Churchill's is our July monthly meeting sponsor. There's still a couple months open, and if you're interested in being a meeting sponsor, you can reach out to Jackie. Does anybody have any guests with them today? You can go to the floor, Mike, to introduce them.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. I have brought with me today our new Business Development Regional Manager for Kuzno Restoration, Catherine Williford.
Hello. Welcome, Catherine.
President Cindy, everyone, we brought our daughter, Bryn, to watch her dad get sworn in today. We are a big Rotary family, and we're going to brainwash her accordingly.
Way to go. Glad you could join us, Bryn. Do we have any visiting Rotarians in the room? Nope. Okay. Alec Falkenberg, can you join me at the podium to give us a membership committee update?
Hello, everyone. For those that haven't gotten a chance to meet me yet, my name is Alec Falkenberg, and I have the honor of being your second favorite co-chair for membership committee this year, besides Sierra Hutton. So I am in charge of recruitment this year, so I have one simple question for you. Show of hands, how many of you would love to see more people in this room by the end of the year? Great, you all just volunteered to join the membership committee. All right, we are looking for more members for our committee. We have a massive goal this year. I'm putting a big goal out there of 100 new members, and how we're going to do that is we're going to have 250 guests in the next 365 days. How are we going to do that? It's a joint effort with all of us, but if you feel inclined to take part and help in that mission. We meet every second Monday, so if you could see me after the meeting today or reach out to Jackie, and we will get you signed up. Thank you.
Thank you, Alec. And thank you all for volunteering to join the membership committee. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge our outgoing club board members, Kendra Smith and Pat Sheehan. Both of them have been instrumental in helping us move things forward this year. But especially Pat, I really appreciate everything you've done as the treasurer and helping Jackie and Robin turn things around with QuickBooks and just being a very solid, calming member of our board whenever things got a little touchy. So thank you so much. This year I was blessed with leaders at the board and committee level that were eager to lend a hand and always willing to go outside of their comfort zone. And they had the best intentions of making our club a great club and helping our members and our community. So if all the current or the past board members and committee chairs, if any of you are in the room, if you could stand, I'd like to acknowledge them with a round of applause. That's you, Candace, and Kelly, too. You still are board members. And Gary. Sorry about that. All right, this time I'd like to invite Jackie up to the podium.
So as you know, Cindy and I have really settled into this role together, which has been nice. I am coming up on my 2nd year anniversary with the club, and she was a great president to work with over the past year. So we would like to show our gratitude for President Cindy and the great year that she's had with this special gift for her. The choice is yours. But it is not a new car. As I was walking up the stairs, she goes, well, I hope it's a new car. So thank you for everything. Thank you.
It's heavy, whatever it is. Thank you so much, Jackie, and thank you, everybody. Travis. All righty. So I think with this transition of the changing of the guard, we might have broken 2 records with our club. I think I am the longest running president of the club, and Travis is going to have the shortest term ever. So. As I mentioned at my changing of the guard last year, I was trying to follow past RI President Jennifer Jones' theme of Imagine, and I had started out with this acrostic Imagine to show the areas of focus. And I'm just going to go through some of the top items for each one of them. So with impactful service, over the year, we've mentioned many times that when we're talking to some of the new members, the thing that they say the most is that they joined Rotary because they want a chance to provide service to the community. And with this last year, we were able to do 8 service projects, which rates kind of up there with pre-COVID number. But we did the Zoo Day, the Peace Conference with a lot of help from several people, the food pack, December coat collection, Salvation Army bell ringing again, Camp Day, Ramp It Up, which was a litter cleanup program, and Sound the Alarm. So I really appreciate the chairs that helped take on these service projects. They did so in with great interest and minimal prodding or organization on our end. So thanks so much for that. For the M, the membership development, the year prior had lost 150 members, or actually the 2 years with COVID, 150 members. We're still a large club at number 20, and I think they're going to be kind of focusing more on quality members more than quantity, but we still want to maintain that large club status. And we started last year with 244 members and ended with 276. And that's after, a few got resigned because of not going forward in this Rotary year. But we had 43 members that were sponsored, which is really good compared to what the previous couple years were. So I thank all of you who continue to bring guests and kind of, work them through, get them initiated, introduced to Jackie, and hopefully we can meet Alec's goal for this next year. Authentic relationships. Paul Harris obviously started Rotary based on friendship and fellowship, and that was a lot of what our focus was this year. We tried to implement a lot of the four-way test into many of the programs and services that we did. And the ways that we did that, other than like our social gatherings and networking, with the help of Mark Uridia, we established the Community Rotary Club, which we think that'll be a great platform for us to reach out to young professionals and try to teach them the ways of Rotary, how to establish good relationships and grow our club in the future. And much effort was put forth to trying to collaborate and bring some of our more seasoned Rotarians together with our new members, so that we can keep building them, foster them, and keep them interested in what Rotary is all about. Growing professionally, we did quite a bit of that this year. We had 3 professional development programs which got really high ratings, and it helped to just educate people a little bit more, and some of it was done in a networking fashion so that we could get to know each other a little bit more. For many people starting out their careers is a little challenging, so we did reignite the ambassadors program that links some of our more seasoned Rotarians with new Rotarians as well. And the talks that we had, other than the networking, were all about servant leadership, which fits right into Rotary. And then this year, as far as professional development, we have our first outbound youth exchange student, Monique Harris. Many of you have met her at previous meetings, and she'll be joining us for a few meetings before she leaves in August. But she's headed to Slovakia. Jackie has been instrumental in getting that started and following up, and I don't know if we've found someone to take that role over yet, but if you'd like to, she's looking for someone to replace her, so just a plug for you. We really work to try to be inclusive with our membership, and if you look around the room, you can see that the room has changed a little bit. All of that is because you're bringing your friends, your coworkers, and people here, and if we continue to do that, bring like-minded people to the room, we'll be able to continue on that plan to be very inclusive. Navigating transformation, obviously it was a bit challenging coming out of the pandemic, but I credit all of our leadership for helping us to make that transition. We had, since then 3 moves, and we're finally here at this great facility, the Glass City Center, and they've been awesome in letting us host our meetings here, our board of directors meetings, and we want to continue to foster that relationship with them. And another way that we're helping to navigate transformation is trying to, even though we like everybody to come to the Monday meetings, it's not critical that you're here. If you are able to interact through service projects or social activities, that's just as important in order to foster friendship and fellowship. And then we are continuing the Zoom. We're still getting, on average, I think about 20 people on Zoom each meeting. And then one last thing here, engaged Rotarians. This is where we killed it. Our membership committee did such a great job in getting our members involved by having like the Tuesday coffee connections, every third Thursday happy hour, and then the new Rotary Awards program that they did. It really was nice to see all the different Rotarians just mixing, together, instead of sometimes we don't get that much time to do that here at these meetings. So I really appreciate all their efforts. And we had quite a bit of increase in participation in our committees and service projects. Over 150 members participated in service projects, which is almost to the pre-COVID number of 170. So that's really great, the number of people that participated. I appreciate people that took on the new clubs too, the book club, the tennis club, and the French club, all allowing people that have different interests to join together and build those bonds together. So concentration on these efforts helped us to achieve the presidential citation. So we had 18 goals that we wanted to achieve for this year. We met 17 out of 18. We just did not hit the membership one. And part of that is the way that we do our membership, so that we don't have to pay the Rotary dues for people that are not going to stay in this year. We take them out at the end of last year. But we've been really close. So I really appreciate everyone's efforts. We made a lot of headway on getting Rotary's image out there in the community, increasing the community awareness. Quite a few more spots on the news, the news coming to our meetings, a big uptick in social media. So if you can help with social media part, sharing all the information that you see out there. And then if you find that you think one of the meeting topics is going to be really exciting, or one of the service projects, see if you can reach out to Jackie, and she can connect you with the Public Image Committee and see if we can't get the news here for those. But I would like to say, as I wrap up, the thing that I've liked most about this year is that I've really got an opportunity to meet more people and get to know you all a little bit better. I've been a member since 2013, and I knew the people that were on the committees I was on, but really that was it. And I really appreciate everyone that took the initiative to reach out to me, you know, over this last year with different ideas and just getting to know you a little bit better. And that really is it. So thank you so much. All right. Let me take this out. Okay, I'm really excited to do this part. Come on over, Travis. All right. Here we go. President-elect Travis, can you raise your right hand, please? And repeat after me. I, Travis Tangeman, do solemnly pledge.
I, Travis Tangeman, do solemnly pledge.
I'm so sorry. Yes, I can feel my butt. Hold on. Done.
I got stuck in Boston. You have a phone. It's all
I
good.
swear I turned my ringer off. Okay, we'll start over. I'm so sorry. I, Travis Tangeman, do solemnly pledge
I, Travis Tangeman, do solemnly pledge
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the Rotary Club of Toledo,
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the Rotary Club of Toledo,
and that I will do the best of my ability,
and that I will do the best of my ability,
and that I will at all times
and that I will at all times
uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club.
uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club.
Travis, you've been elected to the office of President of the Rotary Club of Toledo. I hereby declare you and the new directors as being fully or duly installed. And now pass to you, President Travis, our gavel as a symbol of the transfer of the club's leadership. It is symbolic of your office and an expression of the members' confidence in your leadership. President Travis, please accept the gavel and pin of your office and my very best wishes for the wonderful year that I know the Rotary Club of Toledo will experience under your extremely capable leadership. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna get this stuff out of your way. Get it set.
I appreciate that.
There you go.
Small difference. Before we send Cindy into the pastures here, Cindy, before you take your seat at the past president's table, I want to say thank you. Getting an opportunity to serve under you this year has been nothing short of amazing. Your attention to detail, your focus, your goals have driven this club to a state we have not seen in years. You have made this job so much easier for me to walk into, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that, how much this club appreciates that. The amount of time and effort you've put in has been amazing. So on behalf of the club, we would like to recognize you with a Paul Harris Award for all of your efforts, everything you've done for this club, and bringing us back to a place that is just a springboard towards the future. So thank you.
Thank you.
Which is really kind of funny given this, but yeah. Thanks, Jamal. Okay. Real quick, something most of you probably don't know about me is I'm actually a massive introvert, and my number one fear in life is public speaking. So hold on for the year. This should be interesting, because, so we have some business to take care of. So I would like to ask the board members and officers who are in attendance to please come up to the podium, please. That'll be, unfortunately, Kevin Mullen, President-elect, is not here, nor is Heather Carnes, who is our Secretary-Treasurer. But Scott Hinshaw, your Vice President. You have Donna Bogan, Roy Cherry, Gary Corrigan, Candace Harrison, Steve Miller, Mike Noble, and Kelly Trame. And Jackie, if I could borrow you for a moment. Appreciate that. Okay. Fellow Rotarians, to the Board of Directors of Rotary Club of Toledo, this is an indication of the esteem and confidence that our members have in all of you. We also believe you will uphold the high traditions of our club, that you will give the best of your ability to the furtherance of the interests of our club, and that you will carry forward the object of Rotary. Please raise your right hands. Will you fulfill the responsibilities of your term to the best of your ability and in accordance with the Constitution of this club? If so, please say, I will. I will. You are all now installed members of the Rotary Club of Toledo Board of Directors. I look so forward to working with all of you as we continue this club's tradition. Thank you. And now I'd like to ask Brian Kennedy to come to the podium.
Thank you, President Travis. With the following 2023 and 2024 trustees commencing service in their positions, please rise and assemble on the dais to take oath. That would be Jim Lehman, our foundation chairman, Dick Wolf, our Secretary Treasurer, Mike McIntyre. I did not see Mike today. Ah, Mike. Thank you. Very similar to the club, so bear with me. Oh, and my apologies, Alex Dew. Alex, I'm sorry. Travis, you're talking about the introvert, the same, I hear you. That's all right, I almost forgot I hear. Fellow Rotarians, each of you has been elected to the trustees of the Toledo Rotary Foundation. This is an indication of your esteem and confidence that the foundation has in all of you. We also believe that you'll uphold the high traditions of the club and that you will give the best of your ability to the furtherance of the interests of the foundation and that you will carry forward the object of Rotary. Please raise your right hand. Will you fulfill the responsibilities of your term to the best of your ability and in accordance with the Constitution of this club? If so, please say, I will. I will. You are now installed members of the Rotary Club Foundation of Trustees and Officers. Thank you. Jack, is there a pen here? Okay. Come a little closer, yeah. I asked these two Rotarians to stay here for a moment because I had a presentation for each of them individually. You might have heard in the past I've made reference to the fact that the Paul Harris was established in 1957 for those who have given to the Rotary International. Rotary International also allows you to gift a Paul Harris. And these two gentlemen have been extremely supportive of me during my term as chair of the foundation. And today I'd like to recognize their effort and goodwill and support of me in my term. So I'm going to present both of them with a Paul Harris Fellow today. Wow. Thank you. President Travis.
Okay. So I've only had about 2.5 years to think about what I was going to say today. So of course last night I started thinking about it. And, and you know, we talk a lot about, you know, my Rotary moment, that moment that you knew Rotary was going to be something special to you. And I thought I'd share mine, because mine actually happened in Dayton, Ohio. When we lived in Dayton, we moved here in 2015, my wife Tracy was a member of the Rotary Club of Dayton. And prior to that, her father was actually a founding member of the Rotary Club of Oakwood, Ohio. So I'd heard about Rotary, but I didn't really understand what it was. I didn't know what it did. I just knew that that was Tracy's thing. And she took me to a meeting at the Rotary Club of Dayton once. And at that club, they actually do a thing that they call Day 10s. Other clubs here do things they call Happy Dollars, or, you know, you name it. They get called all kinds of things at clubs. But it's an opportunity at the beginning of a meeting where, for a small donation, you get to say some small blurb, either about yourself or to call somebody out or what might be. And the day I went, it was so touching to be in a room full of people that are all business leaders, who are members of the community, that are so respected and held in high esteem, but they also showed the personal side. And so the first Day 10 I ever heard was a guy who got up and he said, I would like to pledge $10 because I'm so thrilled Ohio State kicked Michigan's ass. And I went, wow, we're going to be friends. And another guy stood up, he said, well, you know what? I've got a Day 10 that says Michigan's going to kick Ohio State's ass next year. And I went, okay, so we're a fun club. But the next person stood up and she said, I would like to donate $100 because today I am celebrating that my granddaughter, who is 5 years old, is 1 year chemo-free or cancer-free. No one in the room knew they had this struggle in their house. But she found the moment in Rotary to have the comfort around all these people to share that part of her life and her experience. And it struck me that she would be willing to do that. So I saw this fun aspect of Rotary, but I also saw something deeper. And I sat through the meeting, I heard all these great things that they're doing in the community. And I stood back because I didn't want to step on Tracy's thing. But we moved here in 2015 and I was working out of the house in Ottawa Hills. So my world was about this big. I didn't have any friends. And I asked Tracy, I said, hey, are you thinking of joining Rotary here in Toledo? She said, I am. And I said, would you mind if I did it with you? Because I'd really like the mission, but I also would like to get a chance to meet people. She said, I think it'd be a great idea. And one of my very first moments in this club was Tommy Romer walking up to me. And I have to do the impression because I love it, but he just walks up, I don't know who he is, he goes, Trav, you got to bowl. So that was my introduction to the Rotary Club of Toledo, was apparently bowl. I'm looking, I'm like, bowling? Who the hell bowls? Turns out it was the greatest decision I think I ever made in my early Rotary days, because anybody in this room, if you are new, if you've been around and never did it, bowling's where it's at. It's a blast. Go bowl. Even if you don't want to join for the, just come out, have a cocktail, and just have fun. It's so much fun. But it was being included, right? Like, you wanted to walk into a room where you were received and wanted, and that happened for me, and it changed me. And all of a sudden, all of my friends were people in this room. And I looked around and went, all of a sudden, I went from having nobody really to having the most wide range of ages and gender, and I had everything in one room. And I think that's the power of Rotary. I was part of a group that had a stated goal that was applied to it. And I think it matters here too. And what it was the belief was that friendship among members, sharing a common belief in an ideal, and possessing different temperaments, talents, and convictions is superior to a friendship among members having the same temperament, talents, and convictions, and that genuine friendship can be maintained without surrendering the principle of individuality or sacrificing one's personal judgment. That is what this room is all about. We all look to a common ideal. We all look to the mission of what this club is about, but we all look at it differently. So we're all trying to get there, and we all have different paths to do it. So we're each bringing our own unique perspective, our own unique personality, and our own belief systems in accomplishing that same task. So that is what I look so forward to in this organization in this coming year, is all of us focusing on the ideal of Rotary, and all of us bringing our talents to it, and we all accomplish this together, because I think that is where we are. As I said, Cindy has done an amazing job going back to when I got on the board and, Tim was there, all of a sudden COVID hit. Alex, you got us through COVID, you poor bastard. Bob from there, but in all these things, we had all these changes happening. We lost our meeting space, we lost our offices, we've moved meeting spaces how many times at this point? Cindy alone had 3 different meeting places and 2 offices. It has been a constant change, and that has finally settled. We are finally in a position that we were pre-COVID, where we are at a point where we can take off if we all work together, if we all focus on what's important. So when Alec comes up here and he says, I want to find 100 new members, I absolutely believe he can do that, if we help. But it has to come down to each of us. So I've mentioned the idea of ideals. Rotary International's president, Gordon McNally, has announced that this year's theme is Create Hope in the World. And isn't that what we do? Whether it's helping here locally for a family who doesn't have food, so we do a food pack so a child doesn't have to be hungry, or we build schools in Africa, water wells in Central America, whatever we do, we are creating hope every single time we take action as a club. So that is the focus of the year. How do we come out of here and create hope in this world? So I also have my own motto I'd like to go forward with. So Dom, if you would. So my thanks to Phil Marissy and Allied Media for putting that together for me. It was a little long, but I wanted to make sure everybody saw their own face. I wanted you all to know this is not my club. This is not the board's club. This is our club. This is your club. And you need to make an impact. So whether that means I just come to Monday lunch and that's your impact, but have it. Make it happen. I want you all to think about what it is you want from your Rotary. Go out and make an impact in our community, in our club, in our world. And if we all do that, I think we stand not only to have an amazing year, but we set the pattern going forward of being one of the most influential clubs we possibly can be, not only in Toledo, but in the world. Thank you. So, with that being said, we have next week, Adam Levine from the Toledo Museum of Art will be our guest speaker. We have one committee meeting today, which is the program committee, which will be meeting in Summit A. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Got to